Hello, hello. I am deep, deep in enemy territory. Well, actually, at Ayleswell, and this is pretty much our keep. But it looks like everything turned to shit within the past hour. Oh, we also have a new emperor, thanks to AD's shenanigans. Of course, I was here when this keep got taken over, and I was the only one out of 5 people that were here that actually placed oils up at the top. So it was a really sucky battle because everyone was just doing like light attacks against like 20 or 30 AD that were here, and I'm like, dude, I'm putting down oils, why don't you use them? He's like, nope, we're just gonna stand here and die. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. So basically this is your map. As you can see, AD, well, pretty much owns everything. And this is my location. So I'm like, yeah, well, everybody's dead now, so I'm not gonna be able to kill like 30 of those people like all in one shot. So I'll just sit here and watch everybody just walk right past me, which they did. And so I'm up here like all by myself, so I have 2 ways to get out. I could sneak out, or I could like jump off and commit suicide, but that's not gonna work. Or I could attack these little 2 archers up here and get my ass kicked, and yeah, pretty much enjoy a good death, and then just kind of like teleport over here and watch our scrolls get taken over. So EP, yeah, they're pretty much the boss of the show, but today they turned to shit. I think really what happened was all of EP decided, you know what? I'm going to log out, but I'm going to log back in as my AD character. And they took everyone's scroll. And I guess ours is next because they're working on it. So as soon as this one here falls, one of these 2 gates, possibly both of them, I'm not really totally sure because I don't pay attention to that often. So it's like nothing on this map works. I'm really surprised DC is that's Dragonclaw is still standing. So it's like they took over everything, like Bruma, Cropsford, and well, they always have Lastris. So, but it's like they took this down in like, I don't know, maybe a minute, 2 minutes tops. I don't know how many people were there, but everyone died. At least that's what they said in chat. Oh look, of course they're not gonna come. I don't, if that's EP, I can understand it, but if that's like DC, it's like, are you serious? You're gonna flip Bruma right now? I wonder if I can see the flag. Yeah, it's blue. So see, like up at the top, like look at that pointy thing right there. Okay, so see how the flag is blue? So DC, like, yep, we're not going to be able to defend this, so we're just going to go right here and kind of like flip an NPC controlled little fort town or something. I don't even know what that is. It's Cropsford. Look it up. So yeah, pretty much everything's all turned to shit. So yeah, that's Elder Scrolls Online for you. Since day 1, since like beta, I've always been in here, and you know, I just mess around and stuff. Well, maybe last year, okay, I admit I was like super angry and I really hated this place because it's like everyone cheats in it. Of course, ZeniMax being the, well, I can't really call them a name, especially since I'm live streaming, but they're like, oh no, people don't cheat. This is like a server, not host side, it's server side. And I'm like, dude, if they want to cheat, they will. And they do. It's like they take no damage, they have infinite stamina, infinite magicka. And it's like, oh, you know what? I'm running this, I'm running that. You know what? Okay, sure. Okay, I can deal with that. So I run the same thing and I allocate the same champion points, and it's like, How come mine isn't doing what you're doing? Is it because they're using cheat engine? Or maybe a few scripts? Or a table? Like, whatever. So as you can see, our gate fell. So more than likely they're gonna go here for that scroll. That is, if the how many DC are over here are actually defending this keep. Try to reflip it and close that gate. Because if this is like a lot of AD online right now, yeah, that's pretty much gonna be bust. They'll take it and they have nothing to stop them from going all the way down. Like deep into their territory. So, but I guess everyone gave up, so if you look at your campaign situation, yeah, I'm 411 on the list. That's because I only like watch and gank. I'm not really a PvPer. I mean, I like it, but I like, you know, just in the background or whatever. What was I looking for? Remind me again. Hurry up, because I don't got too much time. Oh yeah. So if you look here, no wait, that's not it. What was I looking for? This one. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gonna mouse over here. So this is Al-Yamiri. They had like 3 bars. These dudes were like at 3, but then they went down to 2, and we were at 2. But we were holding pretty much good on our own. But then all of a sudden, like the map just turned to shit. And it's like you see blinking lights on the map, so you're like, oh, it's burst. It was blue just a moment ago, but now it's yellow. And it's like everything's yellow. That was yellow, but EP said, okay, we're stuck here, so we're just gonna keep our little corner. But all of these right here in the middle, like that's what kind of like made the icing on the cake to give the new dude on the top of the list the Emperor title. So, and he didn't even have to be online. All they have to do is just control these keeps. I think it says so, like right here. Yeah, so pretty much these, if they control all of those, yeah, you're gonna be Emperor, of course. So but then, you know, it went from 2 to 1, so I guess a lot of people are quitting. These two, EP, which is normally the bully of the place, they quit. But I really suspect, because I know a lot of players, I keep track of their names, and I see a lot of them on this side and this side go over to that side, and vice versa. So, but not me. I have just DC tunes. So, I mean, I could make one, but really, what's the point? I mean, I don't know anybody from that side, and it'll be the same thing, you know. I just hide up here or somewhere, and then I'll like snipe someone, and I use my bow or whatever. So, yep. But that's today's update. The Elder Scrolls Online Cyrodiil, the map is turned to shit. So thank you everyone for watching, and stay tuned. I'm sure that's going to change in a few hours once people from Japan start logging on, and they're pretty good at kind of like retaking keeps. So so you won't hear too many people say it, but I think when the map turns like shit, and then after a few hours, like for me it's like after 9 o'clock, I think, like PM, whatever time zone. But I think in a few hours, when the Japanese players stop coming online, and I have like maybe 1 or 2 friends of Japanese people, because I don't really speak their language, and it's like difficult to communicate just using Google. But anyway, They're pretty good at whatever it is that they do, because they'll start retaking this, and then AD will probably, they'll end up with like these 3 keeps down here, and we're retaking. Oh, see, they got a scroll. Yeah, of course. I could go over there right now and show you, but then I would die, and I don't want to get mobbed right now, and I'm gonna be logging out soon. But anyway, I think no one says this, but I think thanks to the Japanese during the evening time or morning time, it depends on your time zone, they'll work on getting all this back. And like during the day, it's just up to the rest of the people on the East Coast and going towards Central and then West Coast of North America, where they try to sustain all this area. So we pretty much keep everything from here down to here and this whole section. We try to keep this because we just claim it's ours, but then we'll boggle down here and take this and maybe that. But always it's gonna be, we're gonna keep this and this, like nickel and bleakers. But a couple of hours from now, Japanese players who come on, and all this will be taken back. But there's no guarantee we're gonna get our scrolls back. Actually, that's EP, so I don't really care about that. But AD got our scrolls, so when I log in, like how many hours? Wait a minute, what time is it? 7, 8, maybe 8.5 hours from now, I might see a lot of this be blue again. Yay! But then the scroll may be like way down here, because these guys, when they take our scrolls, they like to keep it right next to their gate. So it's like, yeah, we got it, but you're not getting it back. EP, nobody cares about them because they're the bully. So they'll just plug it in like anywhere. Like they'll literally take their scroll from here and plug it in like right here. I mean, who does that? I mean, you just flip it. You know they're gonna take it back. That's like a no-brainer right there, right? So I have seen that done, but you know, whatever. Okay, so obviously somebody's fighting really hard to get that scroll back, and I give DC, you know, some credit, but unfortunately I can't give them a whole bunch of credit, because it's like they, for years and years, they have always been like this. If you go over to DC, wait, if you go over to EP will kind of like teach you how to make your cookie cutter build, and then all of a sudden you go from 1 super tank and 1 super stork to like 20 of them, and then they ball zerg and you know, whatever. But DC, no, whatever secrets they're running for their super builds, they don't really share it with people. I mean, if they did, I mean, I would have the same thing, but it's like every time they kind of like share a build, oh yeah, I run this, I run that, CAGs is good, or what's the other one? Well, maybe, what am I wearing? That's a good question. It's like CAGs, oh, a shackle breaker. So it's like they say, oh, run this, run that, and it's really good. Combine this and that, put your CP there, and you'll be like invincible and immortal. But you know what? You do it, it doesn't work. It's like, oh, that's good information. Now, can you go over to like Meteor Fire or something and just pass along your little quick cheater table thing that you made with Cheat Engine, and or your scripts that are running in the background, and maybe your macros too, so when I do a light attack I automatically block. It's like right after that, it's like, oh no, that's a secret. Besides, we don't want ZeniMax to know about it, because they're really kind of like blind, deaf, and dumb. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's how it is, because you can't cheat on server side. Anybody that's a good hacker knows you can cheat on server side. It's been done many times. So anyway, this is the internet, dude. Servers can be cracked. That's pretty much the story of another day in the life of Elder Scrolls Online. Tune in next week where the whole entire map will be either red or blue. Thank you, and come again. Bye now. This game really sucks sometimes.